Josh Kattus, of all people. This is a guy that was really overlooked in the recruiting class because he was a lower 3-star guy. He had a nice pedigree. His dad was all Big Ten performer, captain on the team when Jim Harbaugh was at Michigan, played for the Cincinnati Bengals.
It's a 4th-round draft pick, I think.
Yeah, I mean, so he had the pedigree, but not a ton of recruiting hype. And we watch on film, you're like, all right, this dude's from a good program, Cincinnati Moeller, he can block. But I don't think I've ever seen a guy who, I mean, he gets off on blocking. Like, this is his bread and butter, and he headhunts. That SOB, like, you could see him screaming down the line of scrimmage, just ready to blow dudes the hell up. It was awesome to watch him.
I believe he catches a little slant or fade right here. But Josh Kattus might rule. I mean, he's 235 pounds of kick-ass. And, like, if you're going to watch some of these tapes, he crushes dudes in multiple blocks, has a motor, plays to the finish. Net showed up. I mean, you saw, like, Merrill was dapping him up, like, they just mad because you blocking them. And in multiple areas, he was crunching linebackers. And so, like, there's going to be a role for him in this offense, especially with how Scangarello kind of wants to scheme this up with a lot of 2 tight and 2 back run game. There's going to be a role for him, and it's going to be fun to watch. Like, he could become a quiet fan favorite because this might be like the first time since John Connor where Kentucky had a lead blocker that really, like, laid out some dudes. And like, this could be Josh Kattus. So I'm excited to see how they potentially use him. And when Scangarello was talking about at tight end room, had 3 or 4 pros, one of those was this guy right here. Like, there's value for what he can bring to a pro style offense, and he's going to have a role, and watching him develop is going to be fun. And he's not a burner. I mean, he's strictly your traditional kind of pro style tight end, but he has some value in the pass game. He's got soft hands. He has a pretty good catch radius. So I think a lot of times your recruiting class, the star power gets all the attention, but usually the backbone of it, or what can raise the floor of it, right, is if you hit on your lower ranked guys. We've seen Kentucky in the past do that, and it's really kind of helped some of their classes when you look 4 years down the road. Oh, that was a good class because they really drilled some evaluations there. This could be a guy here, similar to Derek Jackson, maybe in that 2020 class where it comes in, it's like, oh, this guy's a contributor early, and he started like maybe year 2 or so when you really weren't expecting it.
Well, and I don't know, they might try to limit him to just 4 games this fall, but similar to the running backs, they just got a bunch of dudes at tight end that
can play.
Be able to roll in and out between Justice Dingle at fullback, Jordan at tight end, Brendan Bates. I mean, Keaton Upshaw, I mean, you didn't even notice him because him, Cummings, I mean, like, they can just roll guys in and out, a lot of personnel groupings. And as Stu said, they get banged up quite a bit. So it's good that they have a lot of them because Scangarello is going to use them. They might not be catching every pass, but they're going to be hitting dudes down there in the run game. A lot to like about Kentucky's tight end.